Associate with men of good quality, if you esteem your own reputation, for it is better to be alone than in bad company. 99% of failures come from people who make excuses. True friendship is a plant of slow growth and must undergo and withstand the shocks of adversity before it is entitled to the appellation. It is better to offer no excuse than a bad one. Be courteous to all, but intimate with few, and let those few be well tried before you give them your confidence. Happiness depends more upon the internal frame of a person's own mind than on the externals in the world. I hope I shall possess firmness and virtue, enough to maintain what I consider the most enviable of all titles, the character of an honest man. There is nothing which can better deserve our patronage than the promotion of science and literature. Knowledge is in every country the surest basis of public happiness. My first wish is to see this plague of mankind, war banished from the earth. If freedom of speech is taken away, then dumb and silent we may be led, like sheep to the slaughter. It will be found an unjust and unwise jealousy to deprive a man of his natural liberty upon the supposition he may abuse it. Observe good faith and justice toward all nations. Cultivate peace and harmony with all. The harder the conflict, the greater the triumph. My mother was the most beautiful woman I ever saw. All I am I owe to my mother. I attribute my success in life to the moral, intellectual and physical education I received from her. If we desire to avoid insult, we must be able to repel it. If we desire to secure peace, one of the most powerful instruments of our rising prosperity, it must be known that we are at all times ready for war. Perseverance and spirit have done wonders in all ages. There is nothing so likely to produce peace as to be well prepared to meet the enemy. We should not look back, unless it is to drive useful lessons from past errors, and for the purpose of profiting by dearly bought experience. A sensible woman can never be happy with a fool. I have always considered marriage as the most interesting event of one's life, the foundation of happiness or misery. The turning points of lives are not the great moments. The real crises are often concealed in occurrences, so trivial in appearance that they pass unobserved. Discipline is the soul of an army. It makes small numbers formidable, procures success to the weak, and esteem to all. Experience teaches us that it is much easier to prevent an enemy from poaching themselves than it is to destroy them after they have got possession. Be not glad at the misfortune of another, though he may be your enemy. Strive not with your superiors in argument, but always submit your judgment to others with modesty. We must consult our means rather than our wishes. Paper money has had the effect in your state that it will ever have, to ruin commerce, oppress the honest, and open the door to every species of fraud and injustice. Liberty, when it begins to take root, is a plant of rapid growth. The basis of our political system is the right of the people to make and to alter their constitutions of government. Let your heart feel for the afflictions and distress of everyone, and let your hand give in proportion to your purse. Cultivate literature and useful knowledge for the purpose of qualifying the rising generation for patterns of good government, virtue and happiness. To be prepared for war is one of the most effective means of preserving peace. If, to please the people, we offer what we ourselves disapprove, how can we afterwards defend our work? Let us raise a standard to which the wise and the honest can repair. Agriculture is the most helpful, most useful, and most noble employment of man. The time is now near at hand, which must probably determine whether Americans are to be free men or slaves. Let us therefore animate and encourage each other, and show the whole world that a free man, contending for liberty on his own ground, is superior to any slavish mercenary on earth. I will die on my feet before I will live on my knees. Real men despise battle, but will never run from it. It is not everyone who asks that deserves charity. All, however, are worthy of the inquiry, for the deserving may suffer. Government is not reason, it is not eloquence, it is force, like fire, a handy servant and a dangerous master. Never for a moment should it be left to irresponsible action. Every post is honorable, in which a man can serve his country. When one side only of a story is heard, and often repeated, the human mind becomes impressed with it insensibly. Where are our men of abilities? Why do they not come forth to save their country? Your love of liberty, your respect for the laws, your habits of industry, and your practice of the moral and religious obligations are the strongest claims to national and individual happiness.